Site planning. Before the components for your new Mueller DIY steel building arrive, the site and foundation should be prepared. This includes the leveling of the terrain and construction of the foundation. Mueller DIY buildings can be placed on a permanent concrete slab or piers, or the optional floor kit may be purchased and installed. We highly recommend that a concrete contractor be hired to complete the concrete phase of the project. When the optional floor kit is purchased, Mueller recommends the building be placed on leveling blocks sufficient to level and support both the base channels and the interior base purlins. These blocks must be spaced appropriately to not only level the floor but prevent sagging of the floor. Leveling and squaring of the base is vitally important to proper erection of your building. Due to widely varying site conditions, this blocking is not included with the DIY buildings. Mueller recommends that all DIY buildings be anchored to the ground or foundation. The method of anchor is at the owner's discretion. Unloading and preparation of parts for assembly. Due to the length and height of the vehicle transporting your building components, access to the building site from the adjacent highway, road, or street must be considered. Such access should be studied and prepared in advance of arrival. All obstructions, overhead and otherwise, must be removed, and the access route prepared if the soil will not sustain heavy wheel loads. A great amount of time and frustration can be saved if the components are unloaded at the building site according to a pre-arranged plan. Prior to the truck's arrival, take a few minutes and decide where the building components should be placed on the job site. Unloading and placing steel parts of the building in the most convenient places for future assembly will make the erection process go easier and faster. Extra care should always be exercised in the unloading operation to prevent injuries from handling the steel, as well as to prevent damage to materials and the foundation. Sheet packaging should be stacked using blocks. Create a slope towards one end to encourage drainage in case of rain. It's important for sheets to remain dry while in bundles. Water allowed to accumulate on and in the bundles can cause paint deterioration. Before the truck leaves, check to make sure that all parts have been delivered. Check each part against the delivery receipt. Each part is marked for identification. Sign the delivery receipt if all parts have been delivered. If any parts are missing or damaged, notify the driver and note the missing items on the delivery receipt before signing. Check with your sales representative regarding any missing or damaged parts. These procedures are for your protection. A shortage discovered later can be caused by theft, misplacement, or other causes, of which Mueller cannot accept responsibility. Component identification. Framing components are named and marked by location. These names are used universally by the construction industry and will become more familiar as the building is erected. Each component will be marked to match your erection drawings for ease of identification during the erection of your Mueller building. Examples of these component marks are some components can have the same name but have a different punch pattern for a particular use or placement. In that case, the components will be marked in numerical succession and shown in their proper place on the erection drawings. Referencing the erection drawing that came with your building will always make the building project go much easier.